Hey, come on. Come on. Hey. What? Here we go, here we go, here we go now. Hey. Let's chit chat, this is the show now. Come on. Bad black mama's gonna let you know now. Hey. Here we go, here we go, here we go now. Come on. Let's chit chat, let's chit chat, hey. Let's chit chat, sis. Hey, what's up? Let's chit chat, let's chit chat, let's chit chat, sis. Hey.
Hey, ladies, how are y'all doing today?
Good, good.
I'm doing well.
Y'all look bright-eyed, bushy-tailed,
All is well.
beautiful. All is well. We in the land of the living. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So all will be well. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
yeah, absolutely.
yeah. I'm so glad, Natasha. You look wonderful.
I picked up this new routine to washing my face, and I just, be feeling
Share,
myself.
please do share.
It's something that starts with the N, neocythamin or something like that I got from Ulta, and it helps with like the texture. So I went and got a facial, and he was telling me about my texture. So I added that to my skin routine. So it's been about a week and a half, and I do feel a little more glowy and drinking my water and getting laid down the way I need to get laid down. So
Okay.
Facials are very. I mean, I used to do facials. Keisha knew that. I used to do facials a lot. I had the whole microdermabrasion system and things like that. It's in my garage. I don't use it, but I have it. I have a steamer and stuff like that because I did it for customers. And I think that people should really, men and women, take more value in getting facials.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
because
agree.
just your regular washing routine doesn't do it.
It
Doesn't
I
do
got a
it.
steamer. TikTok got me to get a steamer, and I feel
Yes.
bougie as shit.
I know, but hey, that is so important. Like the steamer I have, it's maybe I'll take it out the garage, but it's a big one because it's a professional one, but it does wonders for your skin. It opens it up, it brings out the impurities in your skin. And microdermabrasion doesn't have to just be the machine. You can use the one which is the I know the one by Dermalogica is just like a cream, but it has the grit in it to, you know,
Yeah.
to use for your face. And you need to be doing that at least every other day. You know what I mean? So you can keep a bright complexion. Really. I use one by um I use one by it's by Avon because I get it from my friend and it works really, really well. And I do it every other day. And I think that helps with, not having blemishes and things like that. And of
Yeah.
course, water is everything. You know what I mean? Water is everything. I think I drink so much
Face
water
when you
now.
said water.
Huh?
Celeste's face when you said water.
I know, but what, Celeste, I always think about that because water is life. You have to admit, water is life.
We are
Um,
70% water.
yes. So, you got
I'm
to
probably 40%.
Because you're dehydrated because you don't drink enough water.
Well, when you dehydrated, when you letting out that Crayola color pee pee, and then you be like, okay, it's all right. I'm gonna drink some later. But water is everything. Water is everything. And look, I didn't get like this probably into the last 15 years because I hated water too. You know what I mean? But now I can't go a whole day without at least drinking a half a gallon of water. Yeah, because I don't drink anything else. Like I don't drink sodas or anything like that. But it's good for your overall health. But ladies, this topic today, it's not, about our lives. We probably had this in our past life somewhere or whatever. Because I know I have. Who cheats better?
Women. Hands
I
down.
concur. I concur.
Yeah, I think we just because we're able to have so many tabs open, it's easy to remember. I'm not good at remembering. That's why I'm not good at cheating. I can't remember what I did yesterday, but for the most part, we just have an ability to stay aware. Men, they just messy.
But who cheats the most?
I think now women do.
Men cheat the
do.
most. I think men cheat the most. Yes. Women just cheat better.
But so then that brings up, if they cheat better, does that mean we just don't know? So they do.
Yeah, we might cheat the most then. Yeah, you got a point.
I have never met so many men that have told me about the woman cheating on them and they're devastated. I mean, just devastated.
Okay,
Oh,
you know what? That's a topic with another wing to it because you know what? I feel a certain kind of way when a man talk about they devastated because a woman cheating on them. Because
They
you
be
know what? When you've been cheating off for the
way
first
back.
15 years and the woman just keep taking you back, because we the taker backers. You know what I mean?
Yes, we
But
are.
but when you do that to them one time, they done lost their mind, they're ready to jump off the cliff and they just can't get themselves together no more. I mean,
Yes.
really.
and they'll admit it though. They'll be like, "Oh no, like I can do all this stuff, but don't you
But
ever."
they can't
Don't
take
you
it.
ever. Don't you ever.
So
know.
I would say maybe we don't know who cheats the most, but I think that we're not intentional with it. I think it just happens sometimes.
Okay, Keisha.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was going. Let's go
I
back.
said that because
Why?
I know
Why?
when Celeste said that, I know Keisha got some facts. So go ahead, Keisha.
No, no, no. I know. I was going to no. Go back to why. Why do people cheat? Let's go back to that.
Okay. So it's
Okay, y'all
different for
got a
men.
long laundry
No,
list of why
it's
people
different for men. I'm not a man, but from what I heard, it's different for them. Sometimes they're cheating not because they're not happy. It's an ego thing. It's a whole lot of things. But for women, normally it's a reason.
emotionally usually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So go ahead, throw some science on us. I know you did the research.
Okay. All right, so it is said in the past that women have cheated because of unhappiness with an existing relationship, and men cheat for variety and if the opportunity presented itself.
Absolutely. That's some
Bing,
grimy,
bing, 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 bing.
some grimy
But
shit.
that's in the
I
past.
gotta get it.
In the past. Currently, they are
Okay.
saying
Uh-oh,
now
currently.
it's said that it's more equal with the current generation, which is what you alluded to as far as you're hearing more men and women. So yeah, the trend is instead of it being further away, it's getting closer in the reasoning of why. But generally for us is because we're not what did I say?
Not
Just
happy.
happy with the current relationship.
Natasha, we waiting for your expertise.
Yeah.
So I feel if I look at the generations and some of the, because I do have a few couples where the woman has cheated and they're still together. It
That's
is
good.
just a sense of so there's a half and half, right? There's a sense of I'm gonna show you. Like you come up here and you think that you got it. I'm gonna play your game better than you play yours. Then the other half is I have somewhere it's just mentally, right? Mentally they come into a relationship with all these traumas and all these wounds, and what makes them feel better is stuffing it, like stuffing it with sex and stuffing it with the validation of, I know I've been in this relationship for like 15 years. Am I still attractive? Will people still like me? And needing that. So that leads to needing more healing. So it's just kind of like a flip. I do think that people just choosing not to date anymore, honestly.
I know. Isn't that so sad? What is going on?
It is. They're tired. They're tired.
Tired of games and things like that.
That's a whole nother episode.
So Natasha.
Yeah.
Do you find that women are outsourcing their sexual pleasure in their relationship in the effort to stay in their primary relationship? In other words, I'm going to stay here because I don't want to get out of it, but you're not satisfying me, so I'm just going to go ahead on and outsource that, and that's going to keep me right here. Long as,
Or for older women, yes.
Okay.
Yes, I would say I see that because it's like everything else is really good. Like we've been together such and such long, like we have a really good connection. We laugh, we talk, we joke, we can hang out. Like that's my person. But when we get in the bedroom, they just not do what they need to do. And they're not comfortable having the conversation, or they just feel like, what's the point? I could go and just get what I need and come back. And honestly, some of the men know. Like some of them know when you get into relationships where y'all have, like, it's been a really long time. Some of them know, and they're just like, this is what we're doing.
So that's really not cheating, right? I don't know.
Yes, it is.
Technically, yes, because there's not an open conversation about what's happening. It's more of a mutual don't ask, don't tell, but damn it, you know.
You know. You know.
you know
You
the
know.
sign. But younger, no, I think younger is just a whole bunch of hiding.
Mm.
How did we get here, Natasha?
Not communicating.
Right. People don't talk. People don't talk about what they like. People aren't upfront about their expectations in a relationship. They're not upfront about like their hurts, and we can go on and on about how I had to rethink what I was getting ready to say, because I was gonna say men aren't upfront what their intentions are, but I think that women don't listen.
No, we don't. We
They
don't.
don't listen. I've had quite a few couples, and I'm like, but this is what he's saying. What are you hearing? And so sometimes we just don't listen, and we end up getting our feelings hurt and surprised. But those around us aren't surprised, because it's like, he's been saying this the entire time and you just not listening, or you're hearing what you want to hear. So it's split. It's just all over the place.
So it's a cat and mouse game, don't you think? You know, because I know people who have who are in relationship and have other relationships too, you know. Um and it's almost like an agreement they have now. You know what I mean? Because they don't want to jeopardize like the financial security, you know, that comes along with long-term relationships, but they know that they don't satisfy each other anymore. You see what I'm saying? To me, that's still cheating. You know what I mean? Even if it's an arrangement, I think it's still cheating. You know what I mean? But I know a couple people like that, and like you said, they are older. You know what I mean? They just feel like it's just too much of a risk on both parties to go their separate ways. You know, really by law, and you know, divide everything that they have.
Do you think that sometimes that women cheat to blow up their relationship, the one that they feel trapped in? Like, this not it for me.
I did that when I
I'm
was
gonna
like
do
18
it so I can
years
just
old.
blow this
I
thing
ain't
up. I don't want to have the conversation that I want to leave you. I'm just gonna, this is gonna make it blow up.
I don't put it past people now.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all, I did that when I was around 18 years old. Okay, I was young, y'all. I was, I'm just telling y'all, I was dating this guy. I did not really want to be with him anymore. It was just, I was just young and I was going to school and stuff like that. At that age, you shouldn't be committed to nobody. Just be for fun. You know what I mean?
You're so right.
You should not, because when I have hindsight now, he wouldn't have caught me coming off the subway with somebody else, and he go ask the guy, "Is that your girlfriend?" I was like, "Yo, what a dummy! Like, what is you going to ask somebody something like that for?" So the guy that I was with, then he was looking at me like he must not have been bright either, because I felt like I had most brains out of both of them. He was like, "Who was that?" "Oh, that was somebody I used to date." He said, "Do he not know he don't date you no more?" He said, "I said, now let's go. There's no reason to be sitting here, wondering." But I did like to your point, Keisha, I did. I was like, I didn't want to even have the melodrama of, you know what I mean? Of, okay, we're breaking up and all this stuff like this, but I say it again, when you're young like that, don't commit to nobody. Just be honest and just do you until you're ready to commit.
Opposite thought though, like when I got out of high school, I was dating my high school sweetheart, and we were supposed to get married. He went into the military, and it was I was 17, 18, my first time being out of my parents' house, because I graduated at 17. So I'm college, meeting people, like, and I did cheat. And when I tell you, it is something that I have struggled with, because I feel like life could have been different. I mean, I have to release it. I love my family. I love my part. Like, I love where my life is right now. But I know that things could have been so much different. Whether we ended up together long-term or not, I regret that decision to do that. And then the person was dusty on top of that. It was just, sex was different. It was different. And I was like, this is what's out here. Okay. But yeah, it wasn't. Now looking back, it wasn't worth it.
So I think that a lot of times, the interpretation of cheating, and Natasha, that you can jump in if you think I'm really off base. The interpretation of cheating for men and women is perceived to be different.
Mhm.
And I think that because when you, some women may be outrightly cheating on their partner, but maybe they're like in this hiatus with their partner, you know what I mean? And they are not on speaking terms or whatever. And then they went off and had a relationship. I'm not saying married people. Yeah, you said an entanglement or something, but they're not married people, but they have gone their separate ways temporarily. You know what I mean? Because they had difference of whatever going on. I think a man would consider that cheating if it's being done to him, but I don't think a woman would consider that. You see them? You see what I'm saying? If you understand, if a man does it, I think that the woman would probably look at it as
You're
okay,
on a break.
right, but the
Oh,
man would not. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, and I think that's those different standards makes it where these numbers start to look a little bit fudged. You see what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because
Yeah.
I don't know what could be really who's doing what. You see what I'm saying? I will say that women could be a lot cleverer than men because we go back to the beginning where if you're gonna lie, you gotta consistently lie. You know what I mean? You gotta consistently build on it, until you just throw your hands up and say, I don't really care, I'm just gonna let you know, you know.
Yeah. So with so
So
with
I'm so old school that my cheating experience was totally different. It wasn't sexual at all.
That's the worst one on a
That's
so
the
that
worst
that was
one.
man. For a
It
man,
was not. It
on a
was not.
woman's part, a man feels like when a woman is not, they would rather her be sexual. For them, it's literally just sex. Like they're able to separate their
Mhm.
and it's a physical thing. But when you tell him his girl been keying up at Starbucks with someone else, that heart drops so fast. Because
It
what y'all
does. It does.
that was my question, and you just led into it. Was like, which is worse, emotional or sexual cheating?
For me, it was yeah, it was definitely emotional because I wasn't getting fed
Mm-hmm.
intellectually, and that's my thing. So everything else was fine in that relationship, but this guy, and it was a young relationship too, but that was missing. Just the whole driven conversation, the business conversation, oh, this is what happened in the news conversation was not, it was just nothing.
and then you
So
stop engaging with the person. So it doesn't matter. I don't care what you do. Like
they ain't want to engage.
it's not gonna affect me. And they like, well, I'm out here doing why you don't care. Where's your that's when they always be like, so where's your mind? Like who you thinking about? Because I could do anything and you just don't care anymore. Because
That's right. And it wasn't really that bad. It was almost like you didn't have it to give. I know that. I knew that going in. I thought I was going to be able to, get stimulated other ways, books, whatever, and it just didn't work. I was like, I love you to death, but I don't have anything to talk to you about. I was like, yeah, not
Yeah,
happening.
I think emotional is
It's worse.
is more penetrating.
Thanks. Yeah.
It's more penetrating because I think sexually, I think that we do get people passes that end up in these arrangements, but if you get somebody that's, especially a woman is emotionally attached to a man, yeah, you on borrowed time. You on borrowed time.
Yeah.
So so can you cheat on someone you really love?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think so.
Yeah, especially if you think, well, I'm thinking from like my younger self. When you don't know what you don't know and you just think about like the ego, I just want validation. I just want someone to dote on me. I just want to be in someone's presence. Because for me, he wasn't here. He was overseas. Like he was gone. He couldn't physically give me what I wanted. And for me, it was like, I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait for you. I want what I want right now. Whereas the me now, oh, I can wait. It's fine. Like I'll wait. Like I'm not even gonna lie, because I'm a Libra, I flirt. I'll flirt, but I'm not taking anything crazy with you because I'm gonna wait on that one to come back. So I was definitely very much in love, but I didn't have the patience. And I think sometimes that's what it comes down to, the patience of, can you wait, or do you need that instant gratification, like right here, where you need that scratch itch right now that you can't wait a little bit longer to get what you need. No, that's what it be sounding like sometimes.
Let Michael, like my best friend say, if that kitty cat start purring, you don't know what you may do. I'm just saying, I'm just too old for that now. You know what I mean? Wherever the dice lay right now, because I would, even if I was in this tumultuous marriage, I don't know. I think I probably would be solo because I just don't got time. I don't have time for
I don't have time.
drama. You know what I mean? Because I don't want you, being Mr. Macho because you want to like outrank my husband to win me over. I don't want you to win me over because I like my bed in my house and stuff. I want to keep things the same. You know what I mean? I don't really care about that kind of stuff. Probably when I was younger, I probably would have just been like,
Yeah.
but now, I went, I couldn't just get myself mixed up in that. Things are just too crazy. You know what I mean? It's
People
so
are crazy.
Woo.
You don't know who is. I keep hearing how trash the dating pool is out there that they don't.
My God.
You don't know. Yeah, you don't know who you're meeting up with. You could be.
You find yourself in the shade room. Keep it alone.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I can't even get to the first date.
Yeah.
Why?
I talked to this guy for a couple of weeks and everything, and he's invited me out we were supposed to go to karaoke Friday.
Mm-hmm.
He sent me the address. He asked me, did he want me to sing for Uber because we might have a drink or so? And I said, no, I'm gonna drive my car. I'll put my pistol in the glove compartment, get in the car. I go. When I GPS'd it, I realized the address was off a little bit, but there was something close by, and I could see that there was a restaurant or something there, whatever. So I get there, and it's not the right address, and it doesn't look like a good scene. And I call him, and he don't answer. And then I call him again, and he says, "Oh no, I left there. Here's the new address." I clicked, blocked, deleted, and took my behind to the Kentucky Fried Chicken and bought some chicken and went home. What we not fitting to do is we're not playing with you.
I think I'll be the same way, Celeste. I want low tolerance for that. You can't get it right.
One time. I'm not going to ever be the Betty Foo like I was when I was 18. Like, well, we're not doing that. Oh, maybe he got it wrong. No. You're not intelligent enough to know the address where you is at. And
that's
get me there safely.
That's right.
That's a shift that's happening though now. Like when I see these women, not even older women, but I would say like in my age, like the mid 30s, they're making the choice to be single because they don't want to deal with the foolishness. They don't want to deal with playing games. We all recognize that there is more men than women in this world, and we are not just competing with women. So they're just like, I'll take whining and dining and loving on myself opposed to being out here and getting my feelings hurt and being lied to and being in a relationship and getting up to being engaged and then find out every other Sunday you're going to go see your family. So it's just, they're just making the decision to be alone. I'm interested to see what ripple effect that's going to make in the world like years from now. With the
I think it's going to be a devastating one because think about it. No one in this TV is talking about the low birth rates. You know what I mean?
Why they're trying to have no babies?
Exactly.
That's why they're stopping the abortions and stuff because it is bad.
Oh, that's just some foolishness right there. That's just some foolishness trying to make the Handmaid's Tale come
be in control. But some of it is that we're not populating on the rate that we were, and not us.
But they don't care about us.
Some other people not populating. They're
not populating.
I was gonna say because for us, like we're not gonna have kids because we could die in the process.
Exactly
because
like, I'm good on that, but. I think at this point, it's about peace of mind and well-being, and women, especially Black women, are like, I'm just going to choose my well-being, and I will hang out with my girlfriends and razzle dazzle myself and do brunch because I just don't want to.
See, Natasha, you always lead into something, a question that I have lingering out there because the question was, can cheating cause a psychological effect, or what what effect, like PTSD, or I'm deciding to choose me, or like we said, I'm not going to deal with this foolishness anymore because I've done that in the past. And no.
I
And
think
so
it's
you
a-
all are really giving examples of what effect cheating can do, or
Right.
like, I'm not even going to go for that.
Right. Because imagine finally finding someone after years and years and years of being shitted on, and you can't even give that person what it is that they want from you. You can't be the
garden.
partner
Yeah,
that
God,
you-
yeah.
What you
Right.
say? Huh?
Right. And
Say
then
it
they're
again.
gonna be
Write
like,
it down.
oh,
I'm gonna write it down. What you say? You ain't said that before. Wait a minute. That's how I feel.
and
Seriously.
they're gonna be like, no, I can't do that. You're not healed enough for me. So then you will have lost someone that really
Potentially.
for you.
Mhm.
Because
You're
you
right.
can't be always on guard, and you can't receive. You just can't receive what is good, because you're like, you gotta be doing something. Now I'm in your phone. Now where you at? Because you said
And
you
I
didn't
ain't fitting to do that.
Me
So,
either.
I
I'm not
ain't
going to
fitting to
nobody's
do that.
phone because I tell everybody.
But
the
but in the
universe will bring it to you.
signs, obvious though, if you're in a relationship with someone, you can kind of pick up on the signs, like they are going to like protect their phone, or
obvious.
a good chunk of time is going to be missing that you can't account for, or whatever the case.
And you don't even have to do all of that. It's not even that serious. Tell a sister. Let me make my own decision, because I got things to do too.
Because
Tell
they're
me
a
what it
coward
is.
when they do that. They're a coward.
Tell me what it
They're
is.
greedy, and they're coward and narcissistic and want to keep everything for themselves. They don't want to even have the goal to say, hey, I'm doing wrong. You know what I mean? And me doing wrong is going to devastate her, not just because I cheated, but in our relationship or any other relationship going forward. You see what I'm saying? Because now the trust bond is broken, and I don't, you start to look at things totally different. Because I can remember when somebody cheated on me, and it changed my whole perspective.
If
Really, it changed my whole perspective.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I know I ain't gonna be sticking around. As Celeste, you know me for a long time, don't you, Celeste? I ain't sticking around. Peace out.
To Natasha's point, that's bad. It's like, everybody's not out to get us, but that's how it feels.
It does.
Ma'am.
It does.
That's how it feels.
all right, I'm gonna flip it around. Can cheating be a good thing? Wait a minute before you answer. Can cheating be a good thing? Meaning it may open up the communication that you make a change in the relationship, or it opens it up to, you know what, like you said, I'm deciding, I'm going to leave. So can cheating be a good thing?
I think it can make you communicate. Well, it's going to make you communicate.
Because it might, after that, you might end up having a beautiful relationship within your partnership.
I've heard people say that.
Yeah. Because you're not just going to say, okay, you done rolled out the bed with her, and then you just going to act like, well, go get my coffee. Everything is okay. It's going to be a long road. You know
I know
what I mean?
this is offbeat, but when we talk about cheating, all I keep thinking about is catching something. Like, is that gone away already? I don't want nobody's nothing. I got my own. I don't want nothing. I don't want.
Right, and those are the questions you have to think about, because you don't know with somebody being with him, she been with him,
exactly.
And then
it's community. At my age, going to the doctor talking about I caught something, and he looked like me like this. Ain't nobody taught you how to protect it.
Well, this is a part of the topic though, but that is why Black women is escalated in the being one of the number one carriers of HIV.
Did not know that.
Atlanta is like one of the top cities for herpes as well.
Well, you think about it, these people are doing these incognito things, okay? Apparently they're not using protection, and you got men sleeping with men, you know what I mean? And they're coming back home to their wives, and women are not even getting and I'm not just talking about young women, I'm talking about older women, like in their 60s and 70s, being newly developed HIV people. You know what I mean? Like, that's terrible. You know what I mean? That's terrible.
Don't talk to me. What's that
Yeah,
song?
that's
Don't
talk to me.
Go ahead and free yourself. I can't get this age to be saying I done caught something. That don't even sound right.
Well, in those homes,
Oh my God. Well,
They
no.
be getting
Oh
it.
yeah, they do.
I ain't gonna
Crazy.
lie. I ain't gonna lie. When I get to the nursing home, I'm gonna catch everything. Because I'm gonna do everybody.
And you gonna be room hopping.
I'm gonna be out the look. Look, I'm gonna blame it on my mind. I'm gonna blame it on my mind.
Miss
Celeste
Celeste,
will be like, oh, I thought this
they're
was
gonna be
my
like,
room.
Miss Celeste, you can't go over there, Mr. So-and-so
I
room.
thought
We're gonna
this
have
is
to
my
strap
room.
you to we're gonna strap you to that wheelchair.
Oh, they sure. She gonna be like, this is my husband, knowing dog. My husband. This my
Do you have more questions, Keisha?
That's it.
I know this was a great
Oh, yeah.
episode, y'all. Do y'all have final thoughts, Natasha?
Ooh. Cheating ain't going nowhere. So I mean, no.
It's
I mean,
not.
it's not
It's
going
not.
anywhere. You know, I'm always an advocate for say what you want and listen. Like listen to what is being said. We can't go off of emotions.
Right.
Because a lot of times, even with like what you were saying, Keisha, we notice, but we are willfully blind. Because of that self-esteem and that self-worth and that value of I can't find anything better. So once you love yourself inside and out, the first sight of a half a flag, you're not gonna be
Not a half a flag.
for half a flag. You're not gonna be for it. So, it's not going anywhere. We just have to love on ourselves more and understand what we are and aren't willing to tolerate.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Black women are getting to that point though, and even though it's demonized and scrutinized, I think that because we are really in a mind frame of putting ourselves first, that the old cliche of okay, he cheated, and there's something that you stuck with, and you got to work on that doesn't fly anymore. You know what I mean? Like our daughters and things are not tolerating that. So that's a good thing. Keisha?
I would say figure out what you want. Look at your situation, and if cheating is involved, decide whether you're going to stay or you're going to go. Figure it out.
I agree. Celeste?
I say communicate, because you'd be surprised. The other person maybe they want to introduce some new stuff into the relationship too. Communicate. Give the person a chance to make a decision. I think that's totally fair.
That's so true.
It is.
Yeah, let's be fair.
Be fair to them. Don't blindside them. Let them have the choice. If they're willing to stay or go. All right, ladies, a great episode again. I can't thank you enough. Y'all always bring the real here. So, joining me today is
your girl Celeste.
I'm Keisha.
Tasha.
And I'm your girl Kimmy. Join us next Wednesday for a new episode. Catch us on our social media pages: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. Have a wonderful week on purpose, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Take care.
Later.